Yes, Divya.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, good evening. So, myself, Divya Sharma, and I'll be taking your class for the Indian geography today. Everyone is expected to have a plain paper and pen with them. Okay, and if you have Atlas, it will be very good. If you have Atlas or India's map, please keep it with you. So, we will start with the basic details or basic information about India. I will share my screen and then we'll start. Dhruv, I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will start. Just a minute. We will start with India's map. Everyone is, I hope everyone, my screen is visible to everyone. So, India is a country that is in the continent Asia. This is the most basic information that everyone must be aware of. And moving on, we will talk about its area. I don't think so that I am, it will be like wise enough to go through every minute details regarding the total area, land and water. Everyone is like mature enough to go through this information. I hope everyone has gone through the R. Gupta book. These are the basic details that is present in the previous year papers, R. Gupta book and all the basic materials. So I will share you the tricks and the special tips and tricks which will help you in the preparation. Okay. So first of all, the most important thing that is important in this preparation is the borders and the neighboring countries. You have to know each and every neighboring country. Okay, so we will start with India. First of all, there are two borders that you have to keep in mind. When we are talking about borders, there are two types of borders. First one is land borders. Okay, and the another one is maritime border. What is maritime border is when you share border with the water body of the another country. Let it be like if you will talk about here, it is Indonesia, Thailand. If you will talk about these area, so India shares its maritime border with Indonesia and Thailand. Okay, specifically. And if you will talk about Pakistan, here it is Pakistan. India shares land border as well as water border with Pakistan. So Pakistan will fall into its land bordering country as well as maritime bordering country. Okay, so first of all, we will start with the borders. Okay, so international border that India shares, there are 7 land borders. 7 land borders. If you will go into its minute details, there are basically 8, but the 8th one is very controversial. You must in various like material, you will read about Afghanistan, whether Afghanistan shares its border with India or not. But this is controversial because of the LOC. line occupied. What is this? Okay, just a minute. Line of okay. So Afghanistan is disputed border because of the Kashmir occupied area. Okay, that area is controversial between Pakistan and India. So it is most of the places show it as sharing that it shares its border with India, and most of the places doesn't show it. Okay, so seven is the land. Seven countries share its land border with India. We will start with Bangladesh. It will be easy for you if you will have the map. So looking into the map, the first country that shares its border, we will start with the west side. Okay, so Pakistan is the first country that shares its land border with India. Okay, moving on. Second is China. Third country is Nepal. You also have to keep in mind that which is the line that divides both the countries. As you can see here, India and Pakistan is divided by Radcliffe line. Okay, so Radcliffe line was the line that was drawn, you can say by the uh, Cliff Radcliffe, the a person who has introduced or proposed this line was Cliff Radcliffe. You have to keep the name of the person also, it will be easy. So India and Pakistan was divided by the Radcliffe line that was introduced in 1947 during the division. Okay, and this is the same line that divides Pakistan and India. This green line that is marked here is Radcliffe line. Okay, so moving on, second one is China. So China, the line that divides China and India is McMahon line. Okay, McMahon line. But this part that you can see, this is the wait. So this is the area that you can see is Tibetan region. Okay, Tibetan region of India, China. But the border, since it was around 18 something, okay, Assam record के according ये line draw की गई थी, ठीक है, मैकमोहन line. I will tell you the person that proposed this line, but China does not accept this line. ठीक है, यहाँ से जो यहाँ तक की line है, China doesn't accept this because the time when it was drawn, you can say the time when it was drawn, Tibet was at that time an independent state. ठीक है, उसके बाद चाइना ने ऑक्यूपाई किया तिब्बत को, सो ऑटोमेटिकली दिस लाइंस अब डिवाइड किसको करती है, इंडिया एंड चाइना. बट जिस टाइम पे इट वाज ड्रॉन, तिब्बत वाज not part of China, so this part is usually not like accepted by China, though it exists. Okay, but this part, the northeastern part that divides China, is basically shown. It will be shown in everywhere, whether it be map or atlas, wherever you search for McMahon line, usually this part will be shown. Okay, so third is Nepal and Bhutan. Third and fourth important point about Nepal and Bhutan is that they share open border. They share open border with India. Be it Pakistan India border or China India border, it is never opened. You must be knowing about the news that is shown usually, Siachen controversy, fight between Pakistan India. There are a lot of things that goes on in POK or LOC area. So if this can be asked, that which of the country shares open border with India. So at that point, you have to be aware of Nepal and Bhutan. These are the two countries among 7 of them which shares open border. Then moving on, there is Bangladesh. So, and then coming down, I hope all the countries, Myanmar is left. Okay. So, Myanmar. All these 7 countries are covered. Okay. So, talking about border with Bangladesh, to be precise, it covers 4,096 kilometers. Okay, in this you have to also learn that which shares the largest border and which shares the smallest border. So if you will see these data, you can see the smallest border. If we will talk about land border, which is the smallest, you can see the data and it is clearly visible that this Bhutan border with the Bhutan is the shortest border shared with India. Okay, and the largest border shared with India is Bangladesh. Length, we are talking about the length. Bangladesh, border with Bangladesh is the largest or the longest, you can say. Longest is the precise one. Moving on, Dhruv, please add in the comment box that whosoever have any confusion during the class, आप वहाँ पे question put कर सकते हो, Dhruv, or whether I will after the class I will answer your question in the last 15 minutes. Okay, so you can give your question in the comment box. So Bangladesh shares the longest border with India. आप मैप पे भी देखोगे तो मैप पे देख के you can easily make out that the border that, see, confusion usually होता है that Pakistan मैप में देखकर पाकिस्तान का बॉर्डर भी it's quite like long, but जब आप डिटेल्स देखोगे तो it's 3,310 Pakistan border, but Bangladesh it's 4,000. So you have to go through this data, otherwise सिर्फ मैप पे देख के you will make mistake. So Bangladesh is the longest border sharing country and Bhutan is the shortest. And we also have to keep in mind that which is the open border. Open border is Bhutan and Nepal. Okay, we know about the Pakistan, the line, which is the line that divides Pakistan and India. This question has appeared in many times. You will see 4 or 5 times this question has came. So Radcliffe line is the line that divides India and Pakistan. Moving on, the forces, you can also keep in mind the forces, but it is not that much important, though if you will read or go through once, it will be enough for you to keep in mind. Sri Lanka, though Sri Lanka is very less on land, like there is not a particular specific point or like landmass which divides the Sri Lanka and India, therefore it's only 0.1 kilometer on land. It shares maritime border, therefore the land border is very less here. So moving on, the maritime bordering countries. Maritime वो होता है जो water body, आप water body like Indian Ocean है. Indian Ocean is a part of India. ठीक है, and Indian Ocean को और कौन सी country touch करता है? It's Indian Ocean को और कौन सी country touch करता है? So Pakistan touch करता है. So automatically part of India and Pakistan shares a border. Land पे तो करता ही है, that is divided by Radcliffe line, and water body के साथ भी करता है, and that water body that divides India and Pakistan is Sir Greek. This is a name of a water body, you can say, जिसको Sir Greek बोलते हैं. It divides the maritime. It is the line that divides the maritime border between Pakistan and India. Similarly, Thailand. I hope everyone knows the map of India. Where is Thailand? Where is Indonesia? It is at the southern eastern part of India. India यहाँ पे है. This is the don't go into the details, but here is something India ऐसे. तो यहाँ पे इंडोनेशिया एंड थाईलैंड आता है टू बी रफली. सो ये डिवाइड करता है सिमिलियन आइलैंड. थाईलैंड और इंडिया की वाटर बॉडी को जो डिवाइड करता है दैट इज सिमिलियन आइलैंड. कमिंग ऑन बांग्लादेश. सो बांग्लादेश वाटर बॉडी टच करता है अराउंड अबाउट बे ऑफ बंगाल के आसपास. बे ऑफ बंगाल ही, नॉट आसपास. सो उसको डिवाइड करता है न्यू मोरे आइलैंड. The island that divides Bangladesh and Indian water body is New More Island. Moving on, Maldives. Here it, यहाँ पे Maldives है, ठीक है. So Maldives को divide करता है Maluku Kandu Island. It is a water body. It is a island basically that divides Maldives and India, Indian water body. Then Myanmar. Here it's Myanmar's body. Myanmar's body is divided by landfall island. Basically water body का जब भी आएगा तो island ही divide करती है इंडिया की water body and this maritime countries को. So you have to keep in mind कि क्या कौन सी line is very important, like whether be it McMahon line, Red Cliff line, or the Pakistan Radcliffe line, McMahon line. Then one else, Durand line. Yeah, I forgot about the Durand line. Durand line is also important, though it doesn't share border with India. It is the controversial one, but Durand line is the line that divides Pakistan with Afghanistan. Okay, it divides Pakistan but with Afghanistan, but it plays an important role in international border of India because of this area. This is POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. This is very controversial area. Because of this controversy, it is not shown anywhere. That most of the places it is shown, but when you will have an outline about this topic, usually Afghanistan won't be there, that it doesn't share border with India, but we consider POK as our area or whatsoever, it belongs to India. So this part is, that is Hindu Kush. Durand line is drawn on Hindu Kush mountain. Okay, it was around 1827 or something. So this area is considered to be the like bordering area of with India. So Durand line is the line that divides Pakistan with India as well as India with Afghanistan on the Hindu Kush mountain. दो लैंड बॉर्डर्स की अगर बात करें तो सिर्फ 7 लैंड बॉर्डर्स शो किए जाएंगे. यूजुअली बहुत सारे मटेरियल्स में आपको अफगानिस्तान देखने को मिलेगा विद द डिस्क्लेमर और द पॉइंट दैट इट बिलोंग्स टू पीओके एंड इट इज कंट्रोवर्शियल. So then we have Bangladesh is done. Sri Lanka divide like maritime border of Sri Lanka is done. Kachativu is a place here that divides India with the Sri Lanka. Here it is Pak Strait or Gulf of Mannar. You can say here there is Gulf of Mannar. It divides India with Sri Lanka. Then Indonesia is there. Indonesia maritime border. इंडोनेशिया के साथ जो इंडिया को डिवाइड करती है, इट इज इंदिरा पॉइंट. वन मोर interesting fact about Indira Point is that Indira Point is the southernmost tip of India, you can say. Okay, so I hope the borders are clear. Moving on, one more important thing is that Tropic of Cancer. Everyone must be aware that Tropic of Cancer passes through India. So important question that arises out of this is, which are the states that Tropic of Cancer passes through? So Tropic of Cancer is here. Okay, so we will see which are the countries. I have numbered the countries. This PDF will be shared. with more detail. I will erase this. So, okay, countries, first country. So this is the topic of cancer. Now the countries that divides that topic of cancer passes through. You can see the first one is Gujarat. Second one is Rajasthan. यूजुअली इस क्वेश्चन पे इस टॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर वाले पॉइंट पे क्वेश्चन आपको ऐसे आएगा कि दैट देयर विल बी मेनी कंट्रीज पूछेगा कि which among these topic of cancer passes through या फिर which among these country states topic of cancer doesn't passes through. कंफ्यूज करने के लिए there will be many like states और इनमें से you have to remember this 8. अगर आप मैप याद करोगे तो it will be very easy to you for you to like just recapitulate that which was the states that topic of cancer जहाँ से पास हो रहा था. अब इस क्वेश्चन में आपको आउट ऑफ रैंडम कहीं से भी पंजाब डाल देगा या फिर केरला डाल देगा तो you should know कि नहीं वहां पे तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं था. It was like going from Gujarat to Manipur ऐसा. ठीक है. फर्स्ट वन इज गुजरात, सेकंड वन इज राजस्थान, then there is Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, sixth one is Bengal, Tripura and Manipur. These are the countries, states that passes that topic of cancer. Mizoram, sorry, not Tripura, it is Mizoram. I will name them. Third one is it's Madhya Pradesh. Fourth one is this is Chhattisgarh. Fifth one is Jharkhand. Sixth one is West Bengal. Seventh one is Tripura. Mizoram. City for मैप याद होगा तो सीक्वेंसेस ऑब्वियसली आपके दिमाग में होगा ही. सो borders we have done. Bangladesh, largest border. This is largest border. Shortest border with Bhutan. Shortest border with Bhutan. So you have to keep these in mind. Important one. Moving on, which is the highest point of India? It is Kanchenjunga. Okay, and this is the third highest point in the world. Third highest point in the world. You can also relate Indian geography with the world geography. It would be very easy. Then talking about the lowest point, it is Kutanad. Kutanad is a valley, you can say. This is the lowest point. Longest river, Ganga. Most basic question or the simplest question. Largest lake, talking about lake, there are two types of lake. Talking about lake, there are two types of lake: fresh water and brackish water, or you can say saltish water. So if you are asking about the largest lake in freshwater category, talking about freshwater category, it is Loktak Lake. And brackish water, if you are talking about brackish water, largest lake in brackish water, it is Chilka Lake in Odisha. Then park Strait and Gulf of Mannar separates India from Sri Lanka. I have already told you about this. Park Strait or Gulf of Mannar. Here it is Park Strait and Gulf of Mannar. This divides Sri Lanka with India. Then India's Andaman and Nicobar shares maritime border with Myanmar, Thailand and Indonesia. Here we know यहाँ पे अंडमान एंड निकोबार है, तो ये म्यांमार के साथ, इंडोनेशिया के साथ, थाईलैंड के साथ then Thailand, there is Similian Island. So these details you have to keep in mind. Then southernmost point in India is Indira Point, Great Nicobar Island. Then borders we have done. The northern frontier of India are defined largely by the Himalayan mountain ranges. I have shared, अगर आपके पास access होगा तो passes, rivers, important lakes, everything is mentioned there. So एक बार अगर atlas को आप briefly जाओगे तो most of the things, 90% of the things will be अगर आप नॉर्दर्न पार्ट इंडिया के नॉर्दर्न पार्ट की बात करें तो यहाँ पे रेंजेस है, हिमालयन रेंजेस है. पाकिस्तान के साथ भी मोस्ट ऑफ द बॉर्डर्स पे आपको हिमालयन रेंजेस मिलेंगे, चाइना के साथ भी मिलेगा. सो northern frontier of India is largely by the Himalayan mountain ranges. Himalayan mountain ranges act as a natural border, you can say, between China, Bhutan and Nepal. Then western border with Pakistan lies in Karakoram and western Himalayan ranges. Again, these are the natural borders that divides two countries. अगर geography में these also acts as a like defense के लिए border, एक अगर natural border होता है किसी side तो it is very impossible for the like opposite army, you can say, if it is very like difficult for the China to like come through India if there is a natural barrier. Himalaya is a natural most like most difficult barrier or border that can be set up. Then western border with Pakistan lies natural border that divides Pakistan with west part of the India. In far northeast, the Chin Hills and Kanchin Hills, deeply forested mountainous region, separates India from Burma. On east, its border with Bangladesh is largely defined by Khasi Hills, Mizo Hills. Garo Khasi Jantia Hills is a very famous hill if we are talking about northeastern part. So, then Gujarat में Jasdan is a city. राजस्थान में कलिंगजड़, मध्य प्रदेश में सगापुर, छत्तीसगढ़ में सोनहत, झारखंड में लोहरदगा, वेस्ट बंगाल में कृष्णानगर, त्रिपुरा में उदयपुर and मिजोरम में संभाल. these are the cities that Tropic of Cancer passes through. 8 states याद रखने हैं, and if you can, then these cities also. अब we will talk about the ranges. Ranges is very important. This can be asked. These are the physiogeography.
दिव्या वॉइस ब्रेक हो रही है तेरी।
Hello, now it's audible.
हाँ
Okay, so physiogeographic regions are usually divided into 7 to 8 parts. ये इनके parts हैं. First one is Himalayas, second one is plains, third one is central highlands, fourth one is peninsular plateau, fifth one is west coast plain, sixth one is east coast plain. इस वेस्ट कोस्ट प्लेन, ईस्ट कोस्ट प्लेन, इसी को वेस्टर्न घाट एंड ईस्टर्न घाट बोलते हैं. लैंग्वेजेस आर डिफरेंट, बट रीजन्स का क्या होता है कि लैंडफॉर्म जो है इन स्टेट्स के, सी स्टडिंग फ्रॉम मैप इज दैट्स व्हाई वेरी इजी, बिकॉज आपको याद इजी रहेगा. आप हर चीज को रट्टा नहीं मार सकते, ठीक है. रट्टा मारने वाली चीज भी नहीं है, बिकॉज यू नेवर नो कि किस इंफॉर्मेशन से क्या क्वेश्चन अराइज होगा. So you have to, like, concept of these has to be very clear. If you will have a clear crystal clear concept of these, then kuch bhi question aaye, whether if you even know 10% of any information, you can easily make out the question. So then 6 is east coast plain, eastern ghat, 7th is island. So we will talk about Himalayas. Himalayas का आप देख सकते हो that which are the areas that Himalayas consist of. ठीक है. States, अगर आपसे states पूछेगा कि this region is found in which of the states, ठीक है, तो you should know that Himalayan region it comprises of Ladakh area, Jammu and Kashmir area, Himachal area, Uttarakhand area. अगर इस क्वेश्चन में पूछता है कि which of the states have Himalayas as its physiogeographic region, और आपको ऑप्शंस में बहुत सारा रहेगा. उत्तर प्रदेश रहेगा, महाराष्ट्र रहेगा, राजस्थान रहेगा, एंड वन ऑफ देम में हिमाचल प्रदेश रहेगा. तो कीपिंग दिस मैप इन माइंड, you can easily figure out कि नहीं, हिमाचल प्रदेश में हिमालयस पाई जाती है, not in राजस्थान, महाराष्ट्र and others. ठीक है. Then नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न की जितनी भी स्टेट्स है, it is very famous. गारो खासिया hill is here only, and this area is like it is mostly covered. Mostly it is 99% covered with the Himalayas. Then Great Plains की बात करें तो starting from Rajasthan covering Chandigarh, Punjab part, Haryana part, and UP, Bihar, it is West Bengal including this whole area, Rajasthan area, Punjab area, UP, Bihar, West Bengal. This falls under Great Plains. The landform or the physiogeographic region that covers these area are these Great Plains. Okay, then इसके और there are like Great Plains के अंदर और भी बहुत सारी चीजें आती है. Like there are plateaus, there are different like Aravalli Hills and like Chota Nagpur Plateau. ये सब इसके सब divisions है. ठीक है, we will also talk about them maybe in this class or in the next class, or it will be shared to you in form of PDF. but आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है कि what are the like areas. Great Plains में क्या आती है, Central Highlights में क्या आती है, Satpura ranges and other ranges will be covered in this. Like it comes in under the Central Highlights. This is the basic division that you have to keep in mind कि कहाँ पे क्या है. Western coast is the Western Ghat area. Starting from Gujarat से लेके केरला के end point तक, it is Western coast. Western coast आप जान जाओगे. See, it is not wise enough to study जितना मैं बता रही हूँ या फिर जितना it is shared to you. If 50% of the detail is shared to you here, try to go and research other 50 half. Okay, वेस्टर्न कोस्ट पढ़ लिया आपने. सो वेस्टर्न कोस्ट से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन अराइज हो सकते हैं कि वेस्टर्न कोस्ट के हाईएस्ट पॉइंट कौन सा है, वेस्टर्न कोस्ट पे विच इज द हाईएस्ट पॉइंट, विच इज द लोएस्ट पॉइंट. सो यू हैव टू, यहाँ पे अन्नामलाई हिल्स, नीलगिरी हिल्स, ये सब वेस्टर्न कोस्ट, ईस्टर्न कोस्ट, यहाँ के हाईएस्ट पॉइंट्स है. तो आपको अलग से भी खुद से यू हैव टू ऐड योर एफर्ट एंड जितना रिसर्च आप कर सको करो, एंड देन यू हैव टू ऐड जितने क्वेश्चंस बनाओ, द मोर यू विल प्रैक्टिस द बेटर यू विल ग्रो. सो देन दिस इज द ईस्टर्न घाट. See, atlas is the most important thing that will help you in this exam, because India का तो ठीक है, इंडिया का आप जितना कुछ जान रहे हो, इससे ज्यादा you have to know about the countries that you have to study about after you will clear the entrance. Okay, so there are 12 to 13 countries, you must be knowing about them. तो उन सारे के details भी you have to like learn, सबका borders वगैरह, the rivers, important lakes, which is the highest point, lowest point, largest waterfall, mountain regions. There are like ample of things that you have to go through. Then see, after this, the physiogeographical reason, the islands, you know, we have Andaman and Nicobar, Indian islands, then Lakshadweep is an island. So after this, you will come to learn ranges. Ranges is very important. छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू, फिजियोजोग्राफिकल रीजन में आपने देखा यहाँ पे पेनिनसुलर प्लेट्यू, दिस एरिया इज प्लेट्यू. तो अब इस प्लेट्यू में if they will ask about छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू, छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू is where छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू is found. तो you have to mention Jharkhand. Jharkhand is the area where छोटा नागपुर प्लेट्यू is found. Then there is Vindhyas ranges, Satpura ranges. These three of them, Aravali also, but Aravali is not, it is basically a part of central highlights. So these three areas, Vindhyas region and Satpura's region, they fall under these places. There is Vindhyas region, there is Satpura ranges. So you have to keep in mind कि मध्य प्रदेश में कौन सी range आती है. So Vindhyas and Satpuras both come under more or less Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra only. Vindhyas range is completely in Madhya Pradesh, and talking about Satpura range, you can identify it is here somewhat between Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra border. So Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat, I have already told you about. The Eastern Coast Plain or the Western Coast Plain. अब इसका which ध्रुव, हेलो.
हाँ दिव्या.
आवाज आ रही है मेरी? ओके. So moving on, Western Ghat में see Nilgiri Hill is there, then Annamalai Hill is there. These are the few important things that you have to keep in mind. Sundarban deltas, Garo Khasia, Jantia Hills, these are the important things. Then coming on rivers. Rivers is the most important and the most frequently asked question. So starting with, see, rivers banks. Must say Citibank is very important.
दिव्या वॉइस ब्रेक हो रही है.
अरे weather is not good. ठीक है, आवाज ध्रुव, I hope my voice is clear.
Yes.
Okay, weather सही नहीं है, so sorry for the network issue that's taking place. I can't help it, but I'll try my level best. Moving on. Move on the rivers. Rivers का you have to keep in mind कि which is the river and it passes through which important. ये वर्ल्ड में भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, ठीक है. देर आर फ्यू सिटीज लाइक पेरिस से कौन सी रिवर पास होती है, लंदन से कौन सी रिवर पास होती है. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन वर्ल्ड केस. देन इंडिया के केस में न्यू दिल्ली से कौन सी रिवर पास होती है, आगरा से कौन सी रिवर पास होती है, इलाहाबाद से कौन सी रिवर पास होती है. देयर इज अ चार्ट गिवन टू यू इन दिस पीडीएफ और उसको आप माइन्यूटली जाओ. फ्यू आर द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट आई विल हाईलाइट हियर राइट नाउ. आप जाके रिवाइज एंड राइट ऑल मैप ऑफ द रिवर on the map by yourself, so it will be more or less like it will be completely clear to you. Yamuna, few important rivers I'll mark here. Yamuna, Ganga, then Narmada. These are the few important river that you have to keep in mind that they passes through which of the important significantly important cities. So Yamuna कहाँ से पास करती है, दिल्ली से पास करती है, आगरा से पास करती है. अब आपसे ये भी पूछा जाए कि ताजमहल के पास या फिर ताजमहल इज ऑन द बैंक ऑफ विच ऑफ द रिवर, तो ध्यान में होना चाहिए कि आगरा से करती है यमुना पास एंड ताजमहल इज इन आगरा, सो ऑटोमेटिकली ताजमहल इज इन ऑन द बैंक ऑफ विच रिवर, यमुना. सो यमुना के बॉर्डर पे से लाइक बैंक पे है दिल्ली, आगरा. दैट्स इट. कमिंग ऑन गंगा. गंगा इज द लार्जेस्ट रिवर, सो इसके बॉर्डर्स में बहुत सारी कंट्रीज है. गंगा के साथ पटना, हरिद्वार, these are the important cities that are situated on the bank of Ganga. Allahabad में you must be knowing about Prayagraj. Prayagraj is a city or specifically is a place now that has been renamed. It is situated on the confluence of Ganga and Yamuna. जहाँ पे गंगा and यमुना मिलती है, that place is Prayagraj and it is in Allahabad. So then गंगा के बैंक पे और है वाराणसी, इलाहाबाद, कानपुर, that's it. Ganga is done. Moving on, नर्मदा के बैंक पे कौन कौन सी इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रीज है. दो उतनी इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रीज, दीज आर नॉट सच इंपॉर्टेंट, बट फॉर द sake of information you should at least be aware of their names. Jabalpur and Bharuch, these are the small cities that are on the bank of Narmada. Lucknow is very important and it is on the bank of Gomti. गोमती रिवर से पूछा जाएगा तो इट इज ओनली एक ही सिर्फ नाम आता है गोमती रिवर के बैंक पे. इंपॉर्टेंट सिटी इज लखनऊ. गोमती रिवर is associated with Lucknow. Hyderabad का पूछा जाएगा तो Musi. This is not that much important. Jhelum on the Srinagar on the bank of Jhelum is very important. Hooghly Kolkata में है. Whenever there will be any question regarding Hooghly, Kolkata associated with river, you should know the answer. For the question about river, if it's associated with Kolkata, the sorrow of Bengal. So that is called sorrow of Bengal. The answer for that is the sorrow of Bengal. अब sorrow of Bengal की बात हो गई. sorrow हार की बात करते हैं. sorrow of हार. It is Kosi river. इसको sorrow क्यों बोलते हैं? This river, they not like they are seasonal rivers, they are not perennial rivers. तो इसमें जब ये river जब they start flowing in its full-fledged form, तो here it causes flood and devastation is caused. इसीलिए इसको sorrow बोलते हैं. For these specific state, Bengal के लिए दामोदर is the sorrow and बिहार के लिए कोसी is the sorrow. अहमदाबाद की बात करें तो गुजरात में कौन सी रिवर फ्लो करती है? साबरमती. ठीक है. ताप्ती ऑल्सो देयर जो उधर से फॉर्म करती फ्लो कर रही है. वन मोर थिंग, when you are talking about the rivers, important things that you have to keep in mind, that which are the river that flows into Bay of Bengal and which are the river that flows into Arabian Sea. जाके ओशन से मिलती है. You should know कि which of the river falls into Bay of Bengal and which are the rivers that fall into Arabian Sea. इसको ऐसे भी बोलते हैं east flowing rivers and flowing rivers. Yeah. नर्मदा, ताप्ती, okay. हेलो ध्रुव.
दिव्या वॉइस ब्रेक हो रही है बीच बीच में.
हाँ सुनो ध्रुव, वेदर इज रियली बैड हियर, सो आई डोंट थिंक सो कि कंटिन्यू हो पाएगी क्लास. मेरे को भी बहुत इशू हो रहा है.
ठीक है, तो हम आज की क्लास यहीं बंद करते हैं. जो होगा.
हाँ ठीक है. ओनली so I will share the PDF with you all and most of the things are covered. बाकी जो भी अगर किसी को कुछ डाउट होगा तो you are free to ask in the comment box. So I will share the PDF with you Dhruv, और तुम भेज देना. बाकी sorry for the like weather and the inconvenience. We have to stop the class here.
Okay, Divya. So the top 3 scorer of the last mock test is Dhruv Agarwal, who scored 40 out of 40. And the second scorer is Arya, who scored 38 out of 40. And third one is GA, who scored 38 out of 40.